Ex-wife is jealous that I am engaged to my fiancé who is 10 years younger than her and wants to get back together. About 3 years ago, my ex-wife and I divorced after being married for 5 years. Although I wanted to work on our marriage, my wife insisted on getting a divorce. We have a beautiful 4-year-old daughter, and despite the divorce, we share custody and have a good co-parenting relationship. I don't harbor any hate towards my ex-wife, and we frequently communicate about our daughter in a normal and amicable manner. I earn more than my ex, so I do pay a significant amount of child support, but I don't mind because she is the mother of my child. Initially, after the divorce, I still saw my ex-wife as my wife and held on to the hope of getting back together. However, 2 months later, she informed me that she was dating again, and that realization made me move on completely. The moment I knew she was involved with someone else, she lost her value as a wife to me. Strangely, it helped me get over the divorce. I started dating about a year after the divorce, and I quickly met my current fiancé, who is truly the love of my life. Our relationship has been great from the beginning. We share the same goals, values, and future plans. After 3 months of dating, I introduced my fiancé to my ex-wife before introducing her to our daughter. My ex always seemed uneasy about my fiancé because of the age difference. She is 10 years younger. The meeting went reasonably well, but I could sense the tension from my ex. She started bringing up fun memories from our marriage, trying to portray that we were still close, which wasn't true, and I clarified that immediately. Her body language changed, and it felt like she saw my fiancé as a threat due to the age difference. However, she acknowledged that my fiancé is a great woman and expressed no issue with her being around our daughter. I then introduced my fiancé to our daughter, and they developed a strong bond. My fiancé loves spending time with my daughter, plays with her, takes care of her, and engages in fun activities. My daughter adores my fiancé and always asks about her and wants to see her. Since meeting my fiancé, my ex-wife has started behaving differently towards me. When I drop off or pick up our daughter at her place, my ex would be fully dressed, wearing makeup, and invite me inside because she had just finished making dinner and wanted me to join them. I always politely declined. When our daughter is with her, my ex would ask her to FaceTime me right before bedtime so I could give her virtual goodnight kisses, and that was the extent of our communication. However, after my ex met my fiancé, she started initiating conversations with me after our daughter fell asleep. She would suggest activities for the three of us to do as a family and express how much she missed our family being together. I always reminded her that she is no longer my wife and that I had no interest in pursuing those activities. Everything in my new relationship has been going great. My fiancé enjoys posting on Instagram, and she often shares gifts I buy her on her story. My ex-wife sees these posts because she follows my fiancé. For instance, I bought my fiancé a set of diamond jewelry, and she posted it on her story. A couple of hours later, my ex called me, claiming that she wanted to discuss our daughter, but she actually wanted to talk about my fiancé and me. She mentioned seeing the gift and expressed how she missed us being together. She reminisced about the past and told me how wonderful our time together was. I simply told her that if she had nothing else to say about our daughter, I had to end the conversation. This has happened with other gifts as well. For New Year's, I bought my fiancé a pair of Balenciaga shoes that she really liked, and she also posted them on her story. I received a similar call from my ex, again pretending it was about our daughter, but I had to cut the conversation short. On our 2-year anniversary, I planned a special proposal in the Maldives involving my daughter. It was an amazing experience, with my daughter and fiancé wearing matching dresses and looking gorgeous. I made sure to capture the entire proposal on video and in photos. My fiancé accepted, and the whole experience was magical. Later that night, we looked at the pictures, and my fiancé posted one on her Instagram. My ex called me, even though I had told her to only contact me in emergencies. She was crying and expressed her belief that it should be me, her, and our daughter in the picture, not my fiancé. She said it hurt her that I was marrying someone so much younger than her and that she felt old and worthless. She begged me to take her back and reunite our family, promising to do anything and be the wife I desired. I firmly told her that it would never happen and advised her to get a grip on herself. I had to turn off my phone for the remainder of the vacation because she kept calling me incessantly. Now that we are back to our normal lives, I'm conflicted about how to handle the situation. How should I deal with my ex? How can I maintain a healthy co-parenting relationship without her interfering with my fiancé and me? And most importantly, how can I ensure that this situation doesn't have a negative impact on my daughter? OP hasn't updated since.
I believe that women who are filing divorces at a 80% rate 80% of divorces are filed by women. So, and I think that's in the last, I don't know, 5, 10 years or so. I believe women will be the ones who are suffering the most from that because they will regret those actions. And this is as the majority, I believe, because women do not understand that the grass is not always greener. That you coming out of a marriage more withered, older, jaded, aggressive, whatever, but you're changed, right? And it's usually not for the best. You don't represent a good investment for new men generally. So I think that it will show in the next, and I think Goldman Sachs has done it too, where they're showing more women than ever will be single and lonely and childless. I mean, it's not necessarily part of the marriage part, but I think there might be some correlation where more women will just be by themselves. So the dating market will be even harder than ever, right? And I just think that they will regret their actions and seeing that for men, if he is a established man, he keeps himself in a decent shape, he's a decent guy, he makes decent amount of money. As men get older, it won't be the same level of difficulties as it is for a woman as she gets older. Because again, women value other things. They don't necessarily value youth in a man. They do value the ability to provide, a good chunk they do. So as men get older, they get more valuable in a sense because they can provide even better. And this will bite these women who on drove or filing for divorce and thinking that, I'm gonna go back in the dating market and things will be better. Well, the reality of that will hit them quite hard. So I think it's going to be the next 5-10 years will be quite a telling tale where the dating market be more, filled, right? The pool will be, with the competition will be more than ever, right? And women, you'll see more and more women suffer, complaining about men, but it will be really their own doing, right? And I could go in other things about just single women, let alone married women, right? Divorced women. But in this essence, the divorced women are now going into the dating market, now competing with women who hasn't gone through those trials and tribulations of divorce, of a broken marriage. So women do not realize that they will be competing a whole lot more, and women are terrible at competing. So it will be quite a sight to see, and you will see how society reacts to it. I just say, mark my words, things won't get better, right, for women as time goes on. I believe, right, especially I would say they won't get better in the dating market or in relationship essence, right? Maybe career, but that's a different topic. But in relationship and family kind of thing, it won't get better for them. So we'll see.